Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on this beautiful Friday. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on this beautiful... Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you're coming on live, please hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know your boy Prophet Ramon, the squad. We are live in his house on this beautiful Friday. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. If you are coming on, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know. Finally, the Ramonepreston show is live today on this Friday. I got a lot I want to share with you, so please do me a favor. When you hit the like button, the share button, make sure you put in the comments what city you're watching me from today. I want to know what city you're watching me from today. Shout out to all of you that left a review on Google or maybe a star review on Google. Thank you so much. If you did, I appreciate you. If you haven't had an opportunity, please be sure to leave us a review, especially if we've done business or ministry with you. If my wife and I and our organization has done anything for you and with you, we would love for you to leave us a review on Google. So when you go to Google, you can type in Ramonepreston Enterprises. Our company is going to show up and you can leave a review right there on Google. You can leave a star review or maybe a verbal or written review rather. And we would really appreciate it. Also, let's make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube page, okay? I need your subscriptions. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I need your subscriptions. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page. If you're on any other social media platform, you can find me at Ramonepreston. At Ramonepreston. So thank you very much. If this is your first time watching the Ramonepreston show, let me just say welcome to the Ramonepreston show. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, and when we're not having any glitches and streaming issues, we show up here every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is in the world, I appreciate you taking some time out to watching the show today. I want to say to those of you that are a part of our community, you're part of our next level tribe, whether you're a part of our ministry or business, wherever you are in our ecosystem, I want to say thank you for supporting the mission, the movement, and just thank you for being a part of our community. I'm a minister, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur and preacher. And so being able to bring both of those worlds together is very important to me. It's very near and dear to my heart because I truly believe those of us that are people of faith, we need more voices in the faith community who can not only show us the things of God, but also show us how to succeed in the marketplace. And that's what my assignment is. And so if you're watching the show live, thank you for joining me today. And I want you to know everything that I share with you on this show is a representation of my life, and it's a reflection of what we do here at Ramonepreston Enterprises. We have a business, financial, and real estate consulting, coaching, and training company, and that's what we do every day. We consult clients, we coach clients, we have programs and services that we provide to our clients to really help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. Now, just in case you haven't been following us for the past 2 weeks now, we started a campaign called the Fast Track to Financial Freedom, okay? And we actually launched it on Monday, July the 4th. So that was like a week and a half ago. We launched it on Monday, July 4th. And so we started this 3-week campaign leading up to next weekend when we're going to be hosting a 2-day event right here in Buckhead. So I'll talk to you more about what we're going to be doing next week at our live events. And if you are able to join me in person or virtually, I would love for you to be a part of that 2-day extravaganza. So I'll tell you more about it. But this is week 2 of our Fast Track to Financial Freedom campaign. And what I've been doing for the past few weeks, and I'll be doing it next week as well, is just giving you resources and tips and tools and information and strategies on how to make some quick cash flow. And so today I want to share with you 4 strategies to make some quick cash flow. Now, here's what I want you to understand. The 4 strategies that I'm sharing with you come out of my playbook, my Millionaire Blueprint. So my online training program has a course inside of it called Creative Cash Flow Strategies, okay? And this course teaches you a lot of the fundamentals of cash flow, cash, money, helping you understand the difference between cash and cash flow, what the meaning of money is, what the purpose of money is. And I teach you some strategies that are very, very critical. These strategies are very critical to not just your survival, but these strategies are critical to your success. Okay? They're critical to your success because, see, here's the thing. I have a lot of clients that have implemented these strategies and they have seen a lot of different results. As a matter of fact, I've got one client in particular that when they implemented this strategy, within the first week or 2, they got enough cash flow to double their income for that month. So whatever the amount of money that they was making that month, they doubled it just in a week or 2 because they took these strategies and they implemented them. So I really want to share these 4 with you, and I think they can really bring some value to you. So again, if you're watching, please do me a favor, put in the comments what city you're watching me from. I want to know what city you're watching me from. And if you are a regular follower and viewer of the Ramonepreston show, then you should be aware of this campaign that we're currently on. All right, and I'll be sharing with you today the 4 quick cash flow strategies. 4 quick cash flow strategies. These are just 4 ways you can start making some quick cash flow. So if you're in need of some quick money and you're just trying to figure out what you can do to really accelerate that process, you can take these strategies and implement them today, tomorrow, Sunday, and by Monday, when we show up again on the show, you should have some results. As a matter of fact, tomorrow at 2:00 p.m., I'm going to be hosting a check-in. So if you're part of our community and you are participating in our campaign, you're going to get an email from me with the link to our live Zoom tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. If you are not signed up, if you are not a part of our community, then you need to reach out to me today so that we can get you signed up and send you the link to our live Zoom call tomorrow. And this is going to be our check-in. So if you want that information, I'll give you that information. The number that you can text, all you have to do is just text the word millionaire. I probably just leave this up here. Text the word millionaire to 404.
You're not on Facebook.
Oh, I'm not?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
478.
478. 7213. Okay.
We won't worry about that until later.
Yep, we ain't gonna worry about it.
Perfect.
So if you're not signed up and you're not getting our text messages and our emails for our campaign or for any of our information, I want you to text the word millionaire to 404-478. Let me make sure that's clear. 478-7213. If you text millionaire to that number, we'll reach back out to you and we'll get your name and your email address and we will send you the link so you can join me tomorrow. So today, I really want to talk to you about the 4 quick cash flow strategies. And again, I teach these strategies in my Millionaire Blueprint, and I may go a little more in detail on the course than I do today, because I only have 1 hour. So it's not like I can talk for hours on this topic, but I want to at least give you enough information so you can have it. So if you're watching and you're ready, I want you to get your pens and your notepads, and I want to give you this information so that you can have it. And we're going to see if we can help you create some quick cash flow. So the first strategy is what I call the independent. It's called the independent service strategy. It's the independent service strategy. Now, the way this strategy works, and again, if you're not willing to put the work in, none of these strategies are going to work for you, okay? Let me say that again. If you're not willing to put the work in, if you're not willing to do your due diligence to put the work and the time and the effort behind these strategies, they're not going to work. So the first strategy that you can use if you want to make some quick cash flow, and again, let's just try to do it this weekend. You can pull this off this weekend, okay? So the first strategy is what I call the independent service strategy. So what do you mean by independent service strategy? Well, first of all, you're an individual, all right? So even if you work a job, most likely you work a 40-hour week, right? You may work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or maybe you work 4 days a week for 10 hours, or maybe like a lot of people in the medical field, you work 3 days a week for 12 to 14 hours. So whatever your schedule is, most people work 8 hours a day, all right? That means they work 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. But here's the thing. Even if you don't do anything outside of your job the days you work, you still have 2 days off. So one of the things that you have to do even before you try to implement the independent service strategy is you got to reshape your mind about the time you put in and the effort you put in behind your financial freedom. So for example, if you work 5 days a week and you work 8 hours a day, all right, even if you sleep 8 hours a night, okay, you still have 16 hours in a day. If you work 8 of those hours, even if it takes you an hour to get to work and an hour to get back or get ready, you still have another 6 hours in a day that you can use. So let's just say you took 3 hours with your family. You still got 2 or 3 hours that you can actually do something productive with your time. And those are just the 5 days that you work if you work a 40-hour week or 8-hour days, 5 days a week. But if you don't, you still have 2 days off. So what you have to do in this independent service strategy is you got to set your mind or reset your mind to understand that if you have any free time, that free time, at least for a short period, needs to be directed towards creating strategies that give you the freedom and the flexibility you need financially. That's what you should be spending your time doing. Most people who tell me, oh, I don't have enough time, are people who wasting all their time, because everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. So if you talk to a billionaire, Elon Musk, who is one of the richest people on the planet, and you talk to somebody who lives under a bridge and who may be considered homeless, guess what? They both have the same 24 hours in a day. If they live in America today, or wherever they live, today is Friday, unless you're somewhere else where it's Saturday or it's Thursday. But for the most part, you're in a same 24-hour day like everybody else. So what you have to do, especially if you know you have a set schedule and you work a 40-hour week job, in order to implement this independent service strategy, you have to look at the windows of time that you have, whether it's the 2 days you got off, those may be the 2 days. So if you got 2 days off, even if you just said, I'm gonna take 1 day I have off a week, and I'm gonna use that 1 day to implement my independent service strategy. Now, what you have to do is think about how much more money do you need? This is where your energy and your effort is going to be fueled. Because if you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna find me another job, or I just need to make some extra money. Well, you need to have a dollar amount of what you need to make. If you do not have a dollar amount that you think is a good enough number for you to use as a goal, then add 30% to what you already make. I always tell my clients and students when I talk to them, if you don't have a certain dollar amount that you want to reach, just start with trying to make 30% more than what you make. So how much money do you make every week or every month? So if you make, let's just say if you make $2,500 a month, or you make $5,000 a month, then you just want to add 30% to that, and you want to divide that up into 4 weeks to see what is that dollar amount difference do I need to use as a target even before I implement a strategy. All right. So if you're making $2,500 a month, $2,500 a month plus 30% is $750. Okay. So if you took that $750 and divided it by 4, you took $750 and divided it by 4, that would be $187 a week. So I want you to take how much money you make a month, okay? And I want you to add 30% to that number, okay? Whatever that 30% is, I want you to take that 30% and divide that 30% by 4, assuming that you want to try to make at least 30% more every month than what you're making. That's a good starting point, unless you got a different dollar amount that you want to make. But this will be a good starting point if you just don't know how much you should be targeting. Then when you take that 30% and divide it by 4, that will show you how much money a week you need to make. So in my example, I gave you an example. If you make $2,500 a month, if you added 30%, that would be $750. If you divided $750 by 4, that $750 will be about $187 a week. So now if you're going to utilize this independent service strategy and say, you know what, I work 5 days a week, I'm off 2. If I just take 1 day of my 2 days off to try to make some extra money, some quick cash flow, then my goal should be to try to make at least $187 a week. By doing this, I could use one of my days off every week to target $187, or whatever that 30% divided by 4 is based on how much you make a month. And you have a target that you know, oh, now I need to find some type of work or some type of opportunity that can help me get to that dollar amount every week, so that within a month I can actually increase my income by 30%. So the independent service is just that. It's an independent service. You shouldn't have to go get another job to do this. Like with the people who work for me, they have a 40-hour work week. They have a certain job, they have a description, they have duties, they got things that they got to do every day. But in addition to that, I give them opportunities to utilize their independent services basically as salespeople to push and promote products and services and programs that they can get a commission for. So it's like having a side hustle within your job. Everybody's job may not afford you that opportunity, but even if you got to find something outside of your job because they don't afford that to you, then you need to look at an independent service, something that you can do that you don't have to necessarily fill out a W-4 form and go through being hired again, because you don't want to try to find a second job. That's not the goal. The goal should be trying to find a first business type strategy or opportunity that you can utilize your independent service. And then you might be thinking, well, what is my independent service, Ramon? Well, your independent service can be whatever your core competencies are. What exactly do you do good? Let's say if you know how to bake cookies, Let's say if you know how to make cupcakes and they're delicious, or you know how to make pies. Well, how much can you sell a pie for? Can you sell a pie for $15? Well, how many pies do I need to sell to make that equivalent of a week of my 30% that I divided by 4? Do I need to sell 10 pies? How many cookies do I need to sell? Do I need to sell 15 dozen cookies? Or maybe you don't bake or cook. Well, maybe you know how to do hair. Maybe you know how to cut grass. Maybe you know how to paint. Maybe you know how to dog sit or babysit. But you need to find an independent service that matches your core competencies, or at least move you closer to making that quick cash. This ain't something you have to do for the next 3 years. It's something you may just need to do to get that extra lift because of something you want to see happen. So I used to do this even when I used to work a job. I used to always try to find independent services that I could provide outside of my job because my job didn't offer me sales opportunities. So I had to find other means of income. And these other means of income were hustles for me to make quick cash because of certain things that I wanted to get accomplished. I hope I'm making sense to you with this. So that's the first strategy. The first strategy is the independent service strategy, okay? All right, let me go to the second strategy because I don't want to take too much time because it's a lot of information, which, by the way, if what I'm sharing with you is something that you feel like resonates and you just need more information, I have the information. It's in our Millionaire Blueprint. This information I can walk with you through as a personal coach and trainer if you need that type of assistance and support. But whatever the case is, don't just stay stuck. Don't just keep using you ain't got no opportunities as an excuse. Don't just keep saying, well, I ain't got enough time. You do have enough time. You just need to start carving out that time and getting the right strategies connected to that time so that you can be using your time to actually make some money, create some opportunities, so at some point you could be financially free, okay? So number 2, the second strategy is what I call the indefinite. This is the indefinite scale strategy. This is the indefinite sales strategy. So let's just walk through this real quick. Anything that's indefinite means what? It's like evergreen. So another word for indefinite is evergreen. It's evergreen. It's ongoing. Okay, it's perpetual. whatever word you want to use. Anything that's indefinite, meaning that it goes on. It's not going to stop. So this is the indefinite scale strategy. So this is another strategy you can make some quick cash flow. Now, what things do you think are evergreen? What things do you think are ongoing and perpetual? Well, let me give you an example of some of these things that are indefinite, ongoing. It could actually be network marketing. Network marketing can actually be an indefinite scale strategy because you're able to connect to a group of people who work a system that works even when you're not working. An indefinite scale strategy can be not only network marketing, it could be network marketing. Another indefinite scale strategy can be online sales. So there are certain products and services that can be sold online, whether it's you creating an ebook that you can sell for 99 cents online or give it away for free and have another product that you offer after the free ebook. An indefinite sales strategy can be you starting an online store. It's very difficult for you to make money that way, but it's not impossible, okay? You can open up an online store and you can sell products. You can sell apparel or whatever type of products. They have platforms like Amazon. They got platforms like Alibaba. They got a lot of different platforms, and a lot of these platforms that you can connect to your online store, these platforms, they ship. It's called drop shipping. So they ship the products to the people. So when somebody purchases the product on your website, the warehouse or the third party is going to send that product to them. It can have your logo on it. It can have your personal information or your business information. But these are indefinite scale strategies because these are evergreen. They're ongoing. They're perpetual. They work even when you're not working. Yes, it takes some effort and a little work up front. But if you put the time in and the effort and work in up front, you could start creating opportunities. Like you can have automated systems that are working for you to make you a lot of money. And guess what? Even if it's not tens of thousands of dollars, remember, if you've done your math and you just say, you know what, I want to make at least 30% more every month than what I'm making. I want to increase my income for starters by 30%. Well, this could be a good strategy. Because let's say with the example I gave you in the first strategy, if you make $2,500 a month and you just want to make 30% more, that's $750 a month. It don't sound like a lot, but that's 30% more than what you're making. And if you can pull that off and be consistent with it month in and month out, you can build on that, especially if whatever the strategies are that you're using become evergreen, ongoing. You could do affiliate marketing. So there are certain companies, a lot of companies today, that you can become an affiliate with them, right? And they will give you your own dashboard. They'll give you your own links, and you can use those links to promote online. And when people click those links and purchase certain products, guess what? You're going to get an affiliate commission. That can be indefinite scale because it's scalable in the sense that it don't require more of your time. All right. Now, if you're a business owner, I forgot to mention this. If you're a business owner already, how does this indefinite scale strategy work? Well, it can work in a lot of ways. You can provide affiliate opportunities to other people. Even if you can't hire people full time, make them affiliates. Treat them like network marketing companies do. Give them opportunities to be associates in your company or independent contractors and let them make money off of the products and services that you sell. That is a way that you can scale yourself and your products and services. Does that make sense? I'm giving y'all some free game here today, so you better catch it. All right, number three, let me give you the third strategy. Number three is called the income shift strategy. You know, this is a strategy that I'm surprised at how few people use this strategy. It's called the income shift strategy. Which, by the way, if you have any questions, please, you can leave the questions in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. But this is a very common strategy that a lot of people don't even use. A lot of people don't use this strategy for some reason. I don't know why they don't, but a lot of people don't really use this strategy. Let me see if I have, So what is the income shift strategy? Well, this strategy is really about those of you that work W-2 jobs and you pay too much in taxes. So a lot of financial service or financial education people, they talk a lot about this strategy, but there's a reason why over 80% of people who work W-2 jobs pay too much in taxes. And the reason is because they don't understand this strategy called income shift. So basically, if you're paying too much in federal taxes, you can readjust your W-4 form to lower that tax liability. And now I always recommend, if you're going to readjust your W-4 so that you're not paying more in federal taxes or you're not paying anything, you need to associate this strategy to either a 1099, like a network marketing opportunity, or you need to just start a legitimate business. And most of the times, if you are shifting your income meaning that you are readjusting your W-4 form. That's what it's about. If you are utilizing this strategy, meaning that if you're readjusting your W-4 form, I always recommend, if you're going to do a 1099 or start some type of network marketing relationship, you should also simultaneously just start working on getting your business off the ground, because that means you want to be an entrepreneur. That means you want to be in that business, and in order for you to be in that business, you need to understand business. Because even if you just readjust your W-4 form and you say, well, I'm gonna just do something on the side like network marketing, or I'm gonna just get a 1099, well, you're still gonna have to track your income and expenses. So that means you're still gonna have to learn about financials. At some point, you're gonna wanna be able to track all your activity with clients or people who could potentially become clients. So that means you're gonna have to learn about sales. You're gonna have to learn about marketing. And at some point, you wanna be able to organize all the things that you're doing, even as a network marketer or independent contractor. So you're gonna have to learn about operations. So these are the four things that I do a lot of teaching on in my coaching program, because I believe if you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur, you got to learn these 4 systems. You got to understand the processes that go with these systems: financials, sales, marketing, and operations. So this is the third strategy, the income shift strategy, for you to readjust your W-4 form so you could go down on your federal taxes and see more in your net take-home pay. But in order for you to do that successfully and not owe taxes next year, you gotta have financial systems. You gotta have these systems in place, okay? And then here's my 4th and final strategy that we're gonna talk about today. And then I'll give you information for our event, our live Zoom call tomorrow that we're gonna be hosting, and I'll give you information again for our 2-day event that we're going to be hosting free next Friday and next Saturday, okay? So our final strategy for today is called the item sell-off strategy. And some of y'all should be doing this today. Some of you should be implementing this strategy today. It's called the item sell-off strategy. It's called the item sell-off strategy. Now, what I mean by the item sell-off strategy is you need to take everything that's not bolted down or can't be unbolted or can be unbolted, and you need to sell it. That's what the item sell-off strategy is. Selling off items that have monetary value, even if they have holding value. See, you have a lot of things in your life that have holding value. You want to hold on to them. You don't want to let them go. But you need to learn how to sell those things off for a couple different reasons. For one reason, you need to get back into the game of selling. Because a lot of people, we're so consumer minded, we're not producer minded. So it's easy for us to buy something, but it's not easy for us to sell something. So sometimes, even before you sell a product or a service, it's easy for you to sell something that you have already, because you already know you're not going to get what it's worth. So it's easy to walk into a pawn shop or some consignment shop, or go online to, Offer Up or whatever the platforms that they have, and just post your item or items for sale and wait for somebody to reach back out to you and give you an offer for the item, and you sell it. Sometimes psychologically that gets you back in the game of selling and getting a quick win. Like what I'm saying about these strategies, I've taught this to so many people. I've coached a lot of people fundamentally, like with these basic fundamental strategies, and I've seen people change how they do business just because they took certain items they had in their garage, in their basement, in their attic, in their living room, and just sold it because they wanted them, but they really didn't need them. Especially if you don't have money. I for the life of me, I don't understand, and maybe it's just me, but I don't understand how somebody can have thousands and thousands of dollars of valuable things in their house and they struggling financially. I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand how somebody can be broke and they got 2 or 3 cars with titles outside, and they got, you know, like equipment and appliances. I don't care what it is. Like, I'm selling some stuff. I'm getting rid of some of this stuff. They got jewelry and diamonds and designer stuff, and you broke? Are you crazy? It's ridiculous. This is why I talk so much about this, because I want to make it uncomfortable for people to live above their means, knowing that they can't afford to live above their means. I want to make it uncomfortable for people, because I don't want people like that around me. I honestly don't. I've lived with people like that in my life, and it's not fun, because you work hard and you grind and you go out of your way, and then you got all these type of people around you, and all they got to do is just reach out to you for help and support, because they're not willing to do the work. I don't like that. I don't want those kind of people around me. And so you got to make it up in your mind that in order for you to get back in the game, in order for you to really build that muscle, what you need to do is you need to find items in your house, things you just got sitting around. If they have monetary value, sell them off. Sell them off. Sell them off. And if you sell them off, you give yourself an opportunity to start getting back in the game. I've even told some clients, I've had this conversation with some clients. I've told them, what you need to do, every time you need money, sell something that you own until you get the muscle to sell products and services through your business. Because if you got a business and you ain't got no products and services to sell, and you feel like this is the business you're supposed to be in, but you ain't making no money, then start selling the stuff you got around you. Sell everything. But that's the item sell-off strategy. So those are the 4 strategies that I want to challenge you to utilize today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And we'll follow up on this conversation Monday. I'll talk more about it next week, leading up to our event next week. So if you are interested in being a part of our campaign for the next week, we're still in this Fast Track to Financial Freedom campaign, and you would like to participate in our live Zoom check-in tomorrow at 2:00 p.m., I want you to text me the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. I want you to text the word millionaire to that number. And if you would like to join me next week for any of the 2 events that we're hosting a ministry event next Friday, a week from today. It's going to be a one-night revival. And next Saturday, the 23rd, we're going to be hosting a Millionaire Mastermind. So if you would like to join me for any one of those 2 events, live, in person, or virtual, all you have to do is go to Ramonepreston.com. Let me see here. Ramonepreston.com. /event. So you can RSVP at Ramonepreston.com /event if you would like to join me for any one of the 2 live events that we're going to be hosting next week. So all you church folks, those of you that like to have church and like to be a part of a ministry event, next Friday, 1 week from tonight, we'll be hosting a one-night revival. It's going to be awesome. And then next Saturday, we'll be hosting a business event. It's going to be a Millionaire Mastermind. I'll be taking about 4 hours to do a deep dive to show you how to start and structure a holding company, how to properly position yourself in the marketplace. I actually teach this concept called the SMS matrix to show you how to take your structure, your marketing, and your sales, and to build it around your business in a way that you can really get more attention, get more activity, and make more conversions so that you can have a successful business and experience true freedom financially. So I want you to join me. All you have to do is text Millionaire to 404-478-7213 and go to Ramonepreston.com/event. So I hope y'all learned something today from those 4 quick cash flow strategies. I hope you learned something today. If you have any questions, leave your questions in the comments. If you have any feedback, give me some feedback. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Maybe you heard something today that you haven't heard before, or maybe it's something you heard that just resonated and it triggered something in your mind to think about, oh wow, I could go sell this today and make a quick $200. Or I could go do this and bring in a quick $1,000. Like, it's not uncommon for this to happen once you start getting the right information. But I would love to hear back from you and just get some feedback on how this information helped you today. Also, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. And if you've done any business with us, if we've helped you any way, please go to Google, type in Ramonepreston Enterprises, and leave your boy a comment. Leave me a review. Leave me a 5-star rating. Leave me something to let me know you appreciate the work we're doing on this internet. All right, I love all of you. Have an amazing weekend. I'll look forward to seeing those of you that are joining me tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. for our fast track check-in. This is going to be our second check-in during our campaign. We're going to be prepping up for the next week. And I look forward to hearing some testimonies on how these strategies are working. I would love to know if you implemented any strategy and if it made you any money. I would love to hear that testimony, that success story, that praise report. And I'll definitely be back here Monday, right here, same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon on the Ramonepreston Show. Have an amazing weekend.